Just like that, episode 2, but it's a new day with a lot of new sauces. I'm John, that's Trip. We're ready to rock and roll. We've decided we're not going to call it homemade hot ones anymore. Hot ones is hot ones. That is the inspiration for this show, because basically what this show boils down to, as you know and as you know, progressively hotter sauces, wings, or in Trip's case, tenders, and sports stock. So we're working with hot wings and sports, or wings and sports, or chicken and sports, sports and chicken. Either way, we got hot wings, we got hot sauces. We'll talk about sports, he always has a take, and we'll throw in other current events. We're gonna start down here. This is kind of what I'm talking about, is entry level. We got Taco Bell fire sauce, we got Cholula green, and we got Crystal. I'm going to go with Crystal as my opening move. That's the other thing that we're going to do a little bit differently here. We're not going to make a mandatory sauce situation. It's just, you know, work with whichever one you want. We kind of got them segregated into training wheels, a little hotter, considerably hotter. Last time, this was our super hot one, the Iguana XXX. There's a new Iguana sauce that we're going to get to. They're calling this one radioactive. In addition to that, I found Mary Sharp's Beware Comatose Heat Level. This is not to be played with, kids. The internet says this is 100,000 Scoville, so that's not to be pretended. So I've got Crystal on my first wing. What's going to be your first selection there, T-Boss?
I think I'm going to choose fire sauce.
Yeah, Taco Bell fire sauce. That's an interesting choice. That's one that you actually had to work your way up to in Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
That's right.
So we got sports takes. We got all kinds of interesting sports stuff. Not the least of which is the Boston Celtics guy who basically undid his ankle.
Yeah, Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward. Let's go ahead and get a bite, and then we'll talk about Gordon Hayward and his unfortunate situation.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Crystal's good.
Can't go wrong with Taco Bell.
It's hard to. So for those of you who hadn't seen Gordon Hayward's unfortunate situation,
Yeah.
it's I've only seen a still photo of it, and that's frankly good for me. It's a pretty serious situation. They called it an ankle dislocation and a complete tibia break or tibia fracture. What do you know about it?
It's a complete break of the tibia.
You got a take on that, or is that it?
In the video, or in the case that I was watching the game when it was happening, he goes up to try to get, like, he's going up for a layup, and two Cavaliers, they collide with him. He falls backward, and his leg goes up behind his ankle. I mean, not behind behind his back, and breaks his tibia and dislocates his ankle.
Bleacher Report's got it on their Twitter. It looks like this is after it happened.
Yeah, he had to be taken off.
That's not going to work. I'm not sure I want to see it in real life.
Yeah, you don't. It's gross.
All right. Well, moving on. If it's up to you, you know, I mean, and it is up to you. If you want to stay down there in the kind of entry-level section, or you can work your way up with Melinda's Extra Hot Yucateca Red, and then we've got a Mango Scotch Bonnet. This is a nice sweet one with the mango, but it definitely has some bite. I'm going to go ahead and get some heat on with that habanero.
I'll get the mango sauce.
For sure. That's a healthy pour right there. I'm going to smear that around a little bit. Look at this. Smear it. So that's on there.
So is this.
That's no joke, and you can smell it. Smell that.
It smells like death.
It's not that hot, but it's hot. All right, so while we're chewing on this, let's talk about the Marshawn Lynch situation. Let's go ahead and get that chicken down.
Yes. That's good.
That comes on ready. Now that's got Scotch bonnet in the back of it. You're gonna notice it.
I know. That's good though.
So Marshawn Lynch, Thursday Night Football.
Yep.
Kansas City is the opponent. Playing in Oakland. I don't know what caused him to lose his temper and run out on the field. I don't know what the incident was. but I do know this. He was my flex running back for this week's fantasy football. Whew. Yucateca just got me a little bit. And he gets ejected with the game with only 9 yards to the good. That's 0.9 points. I think he was projected for like 12.5 for the game, so he pretty well shot a hole in my first night of this week's fantasy football. Separate from that, from what you and I have been talking about, this really isn't out of character.
No. It's not out of character for Marshawn Lynch. He's gotten in trouble for getting ejected in Seattle before. Not for the same reasons, but he's been ejected multiple times in Seattle. The incident where he wasn't making it to interviews, he got fined for that. He's not the NFL's golden boy, so. But my fantasy team was fine because I had Michael Crabtree and Amari Cooper.
So Esquire magazine, among others, reports after getting ejected, Marshawn Lynch rode the subway home with fans. And a video of the ride is delightful as you would imagine. So I guess there's a good way to spin it for his fans and loving fans in Oakland. And good to know, even though it didn't help my fantasy team at all, Oakland ends up winning the game.
Yeah, they do end up winning.
But yeah, here he is in the subway with packed full of people.
Yeah, he's Marshawn.
Okay. Marshawn doing Marshawn things.
Yeah.
How'd that Scotch bonnet sauce hit you? Because let me tell you, son, this right here, that's a steep step up from this right here. And
Especially from the side of the
this, I can tell you, is a steep step up from that right there. So be warned.
Yeah.
So now that we're into hot, I'd call these medium hot. These are going to be hot. These are new at this point, end of game death sauces. So I'm going to start swimming in the hot sauce now. Got Iguana XXX, got Melinda's XXX, and we got Yucateca Green. Yucateca Green is nothing to play with. According to the Scoville scale, this is about, I don't know, like maybe 8,000 or 9,000 Scoville, but for whatever reason, it seems a lot hotter than that to me. Choose your poison. I'm going Melinda's XXX.
I'll go with the Iguana.
Awesome.
Just trial for the next Iguana that we have to go through.
Mm-hmm. Those are on up there. That Iguana up there is going to be, I have a feeling, no joke. Because that Iguana is no joke.
True.
One thing I have noticed, though, over the last episode, the difference here is when you put it on the wings, you are way more apt to get it on your lips while you're eating it, which makes it a lot hotter situation than when you just like dab it on the chicken and throw it in your mouth. Now, I'm not bypassing the fact that you're eating that hot sauce because it's on there. It's on there. But dude, this is game. This is game compared to last time. I'm feeling it. Tennessee, Alabama just ended. Let's go ahead and eat these, and then we'll get into that Tennessee, Alabama situation.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Gotta be careful not to get this on the lips.
Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Iguana got me.
How's it going? I mean, it says right on the bottle, pretty dang hot. That's no joke.
I can handle it, though. It's good.
Tennessee and Alabama, dude. In Tuscaloosa. Tennessee coming in 0-3 in the SEC. Alabama, a 35-point favorite.
It hurts my heart to see what the Volunteers have become since Joshua Dobbs left. And key players from their team, like Alvin Kamara, Derek Barnett. You know, it's
Tennessee's quarterback that played.
Garantano.
That dude was. That dude took a beating, man, and he kept coming up off the ground like, no problem. No problem.
Well, what I know is,
according to CBS Sports, they're talking about Damian Harris needs to be mentioned in the Heisman Trophy race.
I feel like Jalen Hurts needs to be mentioning that.
That's your sophomore running back out of Alabama. Yikes. According to CBS Sports, the fate of Butch Jones is sealed.
Yeah.
Neighbor Gary, who is die-hard through and through, bleeds orange Tennessee fan, goes to home games, has people over to the house to even watch this slaughter tonight.
Oh, man.
We were closing the pool, and Gary chatted me up a little bit at the fence, and he genuinely believes that Butch Jones is bad for the university.
He is. He's terrible at play calling.
How can you say that?
He's terrible at play calling in the red zone.
Anyway, CBS says Butch Jones' fate is sealed.
Yeah, he's done.
Let's see if ESPN's going to report game stats. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. Total yards. We heard this one on the way back from getting the wings. Total yards. Tennessee, 108. Total yards for Alabama, 604. 604.
Oh my gosh.
Bring that over here, guy. If you want to do that, you're welcome to join us with sign language for the people.
What?
First downs. Tennessee, 7 first downs. Alabama, 35 first downs. We got to get another wing going. Ryder's in. Here's Ryder, everybody. Ryder doesn't participate in this yet. We haven't got him into it. He's not going to speak. He'll most likely do his sign language, which I think is excellent. Time of possession wasn't that far skewed. 25:09 for Tennessee, 34:51 for Alabama. Third down efficiency. Tennessee, 1 for 12. Alabama, 7 for 13. Fourth down efficiency. Tennessee, 0 for 1. Alabama, 2 for 2. 2 for 2. I need to go ahead and get another wing going before we can continue to dive into these stats. Trip, make a selection. I'm going to suggest we stay over here in the hot range,
Okay.
But don't go super crazy. I'm getting Melinda's Triple X.
I guess I'll go with the green sauce.
Yucateca.
Yucateca.
That's nothing to play with, kid.
Is this like a news channel thing?
It's our Hot Wings and Sports Talk. We don't really have a name. You got any ideas? We were calling it Homemade Hot Ones when we were just like eating hot wings and I was interviewing Trip, but it turns out Sports Talk is something that we kind of excel at. So we're doing the hotter wings
Hot ball.
and the sport talks.
Hot ball.
Hot ball. It's not a bad one. If you like hot ball, comment below or shoot us up in the comments. Talk about what you like, what you think the show should be called. Definitely suggestions on hot sauces. These are just ones I've been able to find locally and when I've been traveling a little bit. The Yucateca stuff came from Utah. Actually came back with that. Found this one tonight at Publix when we were getting the wings. So that's all uncharted territory at this point. But here we go. Cheers. We got more Tennessee, Alabama stats. The final score, of course, 45-7. Huh. Oh. Melinda's is good. This is good. Yucateca is no joke, dude.
Oh, wow.
I love seeing people suffer.
No, this is good. Melinda's Triple X is a top confidence builder. Because at this point, we're going up top.
Twitter.com/RealXFood.
Rushing yards for Tennessee, 64. Rushing yards for Alabama, 272.
Oh, that hit me hard.
Average yards per rush for Tennessee, 2.1. Average yards per rush, Alabama, 5.1. 9 penalties against Tennessee for 81 yards. 7 penalties against Bama for 56. Bama turned the ball over twice. 1 on a fumble, 1 on an interception. Tennessee turns the ball over once on an interception. And ultimately, Alabama covers the 35-point spread.
They do.
Unbelievable.
They destroyed the Vols.
Unbelievable. They are the most dominant team in college football by far.
And they will be for years to come.
We're going up top. This is Mary Sharp's Beware. Comatose level. According to the internet, this is 100,000 on the Scoville. I'm going to put it on this drum right here. Okay.
Got it.
Always cut away. Never cut toward.
Yeah. little scared.
I would be. I
Because
mean, that's uncharted.
Yucateca got me.
Yucateca is hot, dude. Yucateca green is no joke.
We got this today, so
Yeah, we need to show the people because this is new.
yeah.
That's the big brother to the Iguana XXX. This is Iguana Radioactive. I don't know, dude. It's up to you.
I'm going for it.
I'm gonna get in on Miss Mary's here. Feel like we're good on the Tennessee thing that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame, dude.
It is a shame.
At least Tennessee scored. That's something.
Oh my gosh, it smells so bad.
Dude, that stuff's gnarly. I can tell already. All right, here we go. Over the top. Mm-hmm. Find it. Mary's is good. The thing about Mary's is, it comes on late. How you doing? Comatose heat level. You looked that one up on the internet. It says weirdos. And go to his. Is that your YouTube? Oh, you're flexing your Twitter. Go to Real X-Creator on Twitter to see Ryder's animations. It's pretty good stuff. It's actually pretty good. I'm gonna jump right on Iguana right now
I guess I'll do this then.
because there's no reason not to. In local news,
Yes.
today, October 21st, we, the three of us, Ryder, Tripp, and I, closed the pool with a little help from John and Carson Petty. But Tripp went ahead and decided to set a record because water temperature in the pool today, a shocking 64 degrees. So here's video of that situation. While you enjoy that, I'm going to enjoy Iguana Radioactive, and Tripp's going to enjoy the Comatose from Mary Sharp. So pool temp 64 degrees. That's a balk for scouting. Attempting to be the last person to enter the pool for the season. Here's scouting. Looks like he's rethinking his decision. Oh, and it's a go. That's going to be shocking. Current pool temperature 64 degrees. October 21st makes Tripp officially the latest swimmer of the season. Current air temperature somewhere in the low 60s. Water temperature 64 is shocking. Straight into towels. Good call, scouting.
Let's go for it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh boy. That's very salty. Not as hot as Mary's.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Mary Sharp's is hotter.
Definitely hotter.
How was the pool though?
Very cold.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could go into it right now.
Nah, it's closed. The pool's a wrap. Just like this episode. We ran the table.
Oh.
Suggestions for topics, we'll take them. Comment and like. Like I said, we're on the lookout for hotter hot sauces because we're working our way out of training wheels. So soon it'll just be these and these and these, and we'll continue to add hotter as we go. But that's it. That's another episode in the can.
Thank you guys for watching.